kind of answered messed up the other video, but like stay tuned for part 2 of Cape Fear Valley horror stories. Like for instance, well, my son was a preemie, and so imagine, having a child as a preemie, you're gonna spend a lot of times at Cape Fear Valley, you know. But anyways, around the time he was born and shit, he was born and stuff, and I was the time he was born, I think he was like 2 months behind, right? So it was this one particular time. I think the lady name was either Betty or Barbara or something like that. And if I had to catch a bus or walk, and it was a pretty good walk. But they discharged me, but my son had to stay up there and stuff. So I was always like trying to find a ride or something else and stuff like that. To be up there every day, because they go this 2 hour, the NICU. You have to have this band on your arm. You had to like tell them a code, and just to ask questions about your child and shit and stuff like that. So this one particular time, he had stopped breathing, and this time it was like longer. They had to put him on a ventilator, because they said he wasn't breathing, and his heart stopped. And so basically, I had this nurse. I can't remember that fucking hell her name for shit. Cannot remember her name for nothing. But anyway, don't really matter what her name is. Let me just call her the dumb asshole. So, and I'm like, okay, why? I said, why y'all wait so late? So you saying she claimed it happened right after I left. Okay, they could have went to the bus stop. They could have went outside. They could have announced it over the fucking intercom, because when they say that cold blue shit, you can hear that all through the goddamn hospital. Even if you're in the damn lunchroom, the cafeteria, you can hear that fucking loud ass shit. If she was really wanted to stop me before I got home, right? So and shit like that. So also, I just thought about something. Also, every time I used to go to NICU, I would always see these other kids hollering or something else, and they would just let these infants holler. And I would always see about 3 or 2, one holding my son, and the other one just standing around. I'm like, seriously? Y'all got nothing better to do? Look at all the other kids. That baby right there crying. And they didn't want to have a fit because somebody trying to get that damn baby pacified, because obviously they don't be fucking paying attention or nothing. But they were so keen on the fucking hospital. Keen on the hospital and about their safety. But I noticed a lot of shit. Like, for instance, those motherfuckers always leaving out of that bitch. Half the time, I didn't even see the fucking nurses in there. And when it was in there, I'm like, what do they do? Do shift change and just leave the kids in there? The infants in there? The preemies? I just thought it was fucking weird. Anyways, so this one asshole. I'm like asking her questions. I said, why couldn't y'all call me? Why couldn't you relay the message? You could have did it over the intercom or something like that. She's like, because she told me it just happened right after I left. I just found it fucking very weird. But anyways, and matter of fact, that was right after, against not even telling me. I walked in the room one time and they had a shun in his goddamn head. A needle sticking out his in his head. A fucking needle. And I said, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's an IV. Because he got small veins, we can't get no more out of his veins, so we have to go through there. I looked at her and said, oh, hell no. I was like, I don't want to have my son here. Don't y'all supposed to have me sign something before y'all do something like that? Oh, we couldn't get in contact with you. You couldn't get in contact with me. But to do his ear exam, you get in contact with me. To do his other shit, you get in contact with me. But with something like a choice of having a fucking shunner or whatever a needle, I can look up the goddamn word. But right now, I'm just talking. In his brain. Women, y'all need to advocate for y'all kids. Y'all need to be there, not leave y'all kids there, obviously. But you know, the NICU is a little fucking different. You can't stand there all the time. And then after you're not standing there, they make you, like saying, for instance, if you went there early in the morning, then they make you wait. You, like saying, they'll open up at about 9 or 10 or something like that. And then they, later on, they'll I think 2 o'clock, they got like, all the parents got to leave out for 30 minutes. You know, I still don't get that. I really fucking don't get that right there. And I think that's not right. Okay. So that's one thing. And the reply that she had said, because she said he stopped breathing just before I left. Right after I left. Now, for her to say that, and then her reply to that, I said, well, why didn't you call me? She said, well, I didn't know if it was serious or not. And I'm like, you didn't know it was serious or not. I said, well, why wouldn't you contact me anyways? She got an attitude with me first and said, well, it's not like every time I can't call the parents every time something goes wrong. I thought that was the whole fucking point of being a goddamn parent. That, especially when you have an infant, that they call you if you have to leave and go to work or something. I thought that they supposed to fucking call you. But in this bitch mind, no, she didn't think that she was supposed to call me. She didn't think that I was supposed to be aware of that. That is like they did not think that I should be aware when they gave him a blood transfusion without my fucking permission. I'm tired of anyone to take advantage of anyone. I'm tired of any people to sit there and do stupid shit to people. I'm tired of that. And you keep it up, this world going to end before y'all know it. I don't care what color you are. Just your friend, fucking look out for them. If you see somebody, they don't like them and they only want to wish them harm, so they don't end up like a Kanika Jenkins, do something fucking about it and protect your friend, because that's not a friend. Let me get back on another subject, because that probably just had me do a lot of cussing. So like I was saying, so this Halfa says, oh, he starts breathing 27 times, so I'm supposed to call you every time? I said, what? I said, he stopped breathing 27 times. Do I supposed to call you every time? Only reason I called you this time, because his heart stopped. At the time, I was like 20 or so. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? I don't give a fuck if it's 100 goddamn times. If I can get back here in time to not make sure to see my child before he died or something like that, something like that fucking happened, and you gonna fucking come at me like that? I already gotta leave this fucking hospital and leave him with y'all ass all the fucking time. And then you wanna sit here and try to fucking talk to me any kind of way? And just talk that shit to me? Who do y'all think y'all are? Y'all don't do nothing